Hey guys, my name is Carissa. I'm an independent stylist with Color Street. I have been with Color Street since the end of March. And you may know me from my other YouTube channel called Inky Fairy Designs, where I do a lot of art, watercoloring, kind of stuff like that. In this video, I wanted to share with you a Facebook live demo that I did applying this nail strip. It's called Monte Carlo Jackpot. It's from our latest release from the Glitter Dipped collection that's been available since the end of July. So you can get these now. They're absolutely fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to the Facebook live demo and talk to you a bit later. And film doing my art, coloring, all that kind of stuff right away because these are totally dry. I don't have to wait. I don't have to worry about smudging them. That was one of the main things that I loved about these and why I became a Color Street stylist, because I knew I was going to buy them anyway, so I might as well join, and I'm so glad I did. So this one I use for my, this teeny tiny one I use for my toes, so I'm just going to put that aside. This one fits perfectly for my pinky. And then this one is for my toes, the big one. This one is for my thumb. And then I just have to, you know, like, I think this one is too big for any of them. So there I go. I have my selection. And I'm going to go ahead and pick out the ones from the other set as well, because my nails are a little bit longer. I'm so happy. They've grown out a little bit, and so I don't know if I'll be able to use two for one or not. So all you do, because I want to give you guys a demo, is you see how easily they separate it. You match them up to your nail, figure out which one. Each side is slightly different. The side with the tab is a little bit wider at the cuticle line area, so you're going to get a perfect fit. This purple strip, that's the top clear cover that protects the polish. So you just want to take that off first, and then where the silver meets the white, that's going to remove the actual polish so you can put it on. And I was telling you guys all how important the nail prep is, and I totally forgot. So let me just set that down. I'm going to do this. So you guys have any questions so far? Oh, thank you, Stacy. Yeah, I cannot give up my artistic side. Like, if I don't do it, I feel it. So I'm happy to have this project, which kind of gets me going when I would, you know, push it off, or I'm too tired or whatever. Or the baby. Oh my goodness, the baby lately is not sleeping. She doesn't want to nap. And that makes it hard to get, you know, things done, because I try to get things done when she's napping, because when she's not napping, she wants to be held or played with. Oh, good, Shanna. I'm glad you found some time to be crafty again, because it's so important as a creative that you find that outlet, I think. So, yeah. Okay, now my nails are prepped and ready to go. Alright, so you can pull this tab off if you're using that wider end. Sometimes if I'm not using that end, I'll leave it on there. But I want to make sure you guys can see. And I'm also filming above because I'm going to put this video on YouTube. So I just put it down close to my cuticle without going over the cuticle. I don't know if you can see that. And then I just kind of straighten it and then push it down side to side and go up. And it's now perfectly adhered, and I can go. What I like to do, there's different ways you can do this, but the way that I've found the best for me is to just tuck that end under the nail. And this works even if you have short nails, I promise. You just tuck that under the nail, and it's going to kind of perforate it right there. And that is it. So you can see I've got one nail done. And I have this little piece left. Like this would be perfect for a toe if I was doing a pedicure, but I already have my pedicure done. So I will just put that aside because I know it's not going to fit the rest. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to do this whole hand and then I'm going to hop off, I think. So let's see. I think we just go down. We'll use this one. So again, just pulling off that top coat, that top clear cover, pulling off the nail strip. And the great thing about it is that this is the part that is wet. This is the base coat. That's what's going to adhere to your nail. The top coat and the color is completely dry. And you don't have to worry about touching it with your fingers. You're going to be fine. So again, I'm going to find the spot. Hopefully you guys can see. And then sometimes if I don't have it like perfectly aligned, you can move it, lift it up if you haven't pushed it all the way down yet and realign it. So that's why I like to put like a little bit down and then go with the rest. But that's it. So I'm going to do that again. Show you how I just kind of tuck it under the nail with my thumbnail. And it's going to come right off. Just like that. So now I have two done. Isn't it pretty? I like that it's it almost looks like, it's almost like so nude that it's like your nail and then you just have like glitter on the top. That's what it looks like to me. Sometimes with the chunkier glitters, if you have some of it sticking over the edge, I recommend that you use some nail clippers to clip off those chunky parts, because if you try chunky glitters, if you try to file it off, you might like rip some of the nails. So I just suggest if you've got the chunky parts on the edge, use a nail clipper. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to do the middle nail. So do you see how simple this is? Oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I'm finally wearing the glitter dipped collection. I've been dying to put these on. But you know, the struggle. I had a manicure that looked fabulous already, so it's hard to, you know, when I've got a manicure that looks amazing to want to change it, but it was time. I had to put these on. So once again, I'm just going to tuck it under the tip of my nail. I think, Shannon, when we start a business, we tend to, you know, give up our hobby. So I'm glad you're getting back into it. So there's that one. I have no idea what that noise is. My kids are playing with something. Or maybe it's my neighbor. He was like doing yard work, and I was like, oh, I wish I could text everybody, please don't make any noise, the baby's sleeping. But I guess I have to deal with it. So she's not awake, is she?
I think we heard her, but
you don't know. Alright, mommy's gotta get going. My husband just hate me. Yes, time crafting, but then I got depressed. Yes. Yes, Shanna. Is it Shayna or Shanna? I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. That happened to me when I had Toby. I actually felt guilty for like the time that I was crafting and like not focusing, you know, on the kids or whatever. I mean, even though I would craft like late at night when they're asleep, you know, it's not, that's usually when I'm doing it. It's just lately I haven't, like I said, the baby's not sleeping, so my late night crafting sessions were compromised. But I did, after Toby, I sold so much. I don't know if you remember, I sold all of my Copics and I stopped for a while and I got depressed. I totally did. I was not a happy person. And now I recognize that. And even though when I'm pregnant, so I've got one full hand done. I'm going to leave this. I think I'll do I'll do the thumb so you guys can see how I do the thumb. But I'm going to leave this thumb because I'm going to go ahead and film. But yeah, all the ways. Shauna. Okay, perfect. Shauna. I'll remember that, maybe. But yes, so I recognize that it's a hormonal thing for me when I'm pregnant. I want to give up everything. I don't, like, I guess it's like I don't have the energy, or I don't know, but I would get really, you know, I wouldn't want to do anything crafty when I'm pregnant. And then it just, at that time, I didn't recognize it as just like a phase that I was going through, and I got rid of everything. But this last time when I was pregnant and it happened again, I was like, no, I'm not going to get rid of everything. My mom, my family wouldn't let me anyway. But yeah, I just had to roll with that phase. And now, as you know, as soon as I had her, I was back up and running. And now, you know, so I don't know if you can see my thumb. I did that thumb. Okay, so here are some close-ups. I hope you enjoyed that. Just kind of like, I know there's a little chatting in there and everything, but that's basically how my Facebook Lives go. If you want to see more of those, please feel free to like my business page and join my VIP group. Both links will be in the description box below. So here I am showing you, I mentioned in the Facebook Live that when you're dealing with some of the chunkier glitters in the strips, the best thing to do is take some fingernail clippers and just cut those off. So I didn't show that in the Facebook Live, and I wanted to take a moment here to show you on this YouTube video what I'm talking about. So you can see there's a little bit of a chunky bit. I keep saying that and it cracks me up. But there's a bit of a chunky glitter there hanging off the edge. And it won't really tuck under my nail like I normally do with like the solids or some of the nail art or even some of the other glitters that are just fine glitters. They don't really tuck under my nail like those. So rather than file it off, because you risk, you know, when they're still pliable and everything, you risk kind of tearing and maybe ripping part of that polish off when you try to file off of the glitter. So I recommend using a nail clipper and just clipping that off, cutting that off, and then making it nice and flush with your nail tip. And that's basically all I'm doing. And so it takes a little while for the camera to focus. So I'm trying to show you here, I think, how there is some hanging off. So you can see some of that hanging off of my thumbnail. So now I'm going to take the clippers, and I'm kind of off screen. It was hard to see. My camera is a little bit taller than I am when I'm filming, so I have a hard time seeing. But you can see there that I'm just clipping off that little bit of glitter and making it flush with my fingernail. And once I do that, it'll adhere to my nail and I don't have any problems with it ripping or tearing. So yeah, I'm actually doing the voiceover for this video like 5 days later, and so 4 days later, and they still look great. So clipping off that chunky glitter, and this goes, we have a few different styles that have like the chunky glitter, not just the glitter dipped. So this technique works for all of those. So I just wanted to kind of give you show you a little bit how that works. So here's a close-up of that absolutely gorgeous nail set that I put on today. It's called Monte Carlo Jackpot. It's available now. You can purchase it on my website at www.inkyfairynails.com. It's super easy. Takes you right to my Color Street site. I'd love it if you would subscribe to my new nail channel. I'll be sharing tips and tricks and more application videos. But thanks, guys. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll see you next time. Bye.